Welcome back to my channel. As you saw from the thumbnail as well as the title, in today's video I'm gonna try and test out a bunch of new launches from Huda Beauty. They have come up with so many new launches on Nykaa which I spotted recently and picked up a bunch of their products, and I have all of them on my face right now. They have launched their water jelly primer, their faux filter liquid concealer, color block eyeshadow palettes, and their revamped liquid lipsticks, and much more in this video. So without wasting any more time, if you want to know how these products performed and you want to know my opinions on them, then please do continue watching. So that's my bare face all prepped and ready to test out these makeup products. So here is a box full of Huda Beauty makeup launches that got recently launched in India. Let's put them to test one by one. The first one is their Obsessions eyeshadow palette, which is the color block eyeshadow palette from Huda Beauty, and this immediately caught my attention with the kind of color blocking going on. It looks so vibrant and so bright. So this one is the orange and purple version. There is another one in a yellow and blue version, I guess, that is also really bright and popping. I've really not tried eyeshadows in this particular color combination, so I was very excited to try it. First thing first, I absolutely love the packaging of this eyeshadow. Not only it is very bright and colorful, the packaging is slightly different. It's kind of like this rubberized top. Even the font on top of the eyeshadow palette is like a rubberized material. You really feel them when you touch it. It's very rubbery and silicone-y kind of a texture. And inside you've got a huge mirror which is amazing, and such beautiful, vibrant and popping colors and combination of eyeshadows of orange and purple. And also there is a very unique thing in this eyeshadow palette, which is this cake liner. Huda always puts something of a unique texture and formula in her eyeshadow palettes, and this time it's this cake eyeliner. So I'm really excited to try this particular cake liner on my eyes today. This is some killer packaging for an eyeshadow palette, I must say that. I'm gonna pick up this really vibrant Fanta orange kind of a matte eyeshadow on my blending brush, and I'm just gonna load that eyeshadow on the brush. I've got the orange eyeshadow on my blending brush, and I'm just gonna put it on the crease, and the pigmentation is amazing, as you can see. Right now I'm just trying to pack the color, blend it out, and see how easy it is to blend on the eyes. That is blending out pretty well. There is no difficulty in the eyeshadow while I'm blending. Quite buttery smooth, and as you can see, as I'm putting more eyeshadow, the color of the eyeshadow is getting more and more intense, which is amazing. That is the sign of a great eyeshadow, and there is no eyeshadow fallout on the under eye, which is amazing. So next I'm gonna take this peachy salmon color, which is again matte, on my blending brush again. Just gonna add it as a wash of color on the empty space of the eyelid. And even though I'm applying this with a blending brush, this is also showing up pretty well. Can you see that? And also it is blending very smoothly and buttery soft on the eyelids, which is amazing. I definitely want to test out at least one shimmer eyeshadow on the eye, so I'm gonna pick up this vibrant shimmery orange. Even though I'm a lot more tempted to use these purpley shades, I'm gonna stick to the orange for the base of my eyeshadow work, and I'm just gonna put that on the center of my eyelid. It is coming out quite pigmented, but most Huda Beauty shimmer eyeshadows work really well with fingertips. So I'm carefully taking that eyeshadow on my index finger and just pop it on the center, and as you can see, it is packing a lot more punch when compared to a flat eyeshadow brush. That's how the shimmer looks. It is very well pigmented and quite shimmery and popping on the eyelid. Now is the fun part, because I'm gonna apply the cake eyeliner. To activate the liner, I'm just gonna spray a little bit of rose water. You can also use just regular plain water. So I've poured just one spray on the cake liner, and I'm taking a really thin angled brush from PAC. So that's how the cake liner looks like after activating it with water. It's melting off like a cream in the pan, so let's see how it applies on the eyes. Wow, that is intense. It's going on really smoothly. So that's how the eyeliner looks like. To be very frank, it's a beautiful, bright and smooth, vivid colored eyeliner. It's very hard to formulate colored eyeliners, especially these kind of pastel colors, and I think she has nailed it with the formula, because as I was drawing the liner, it felt like I'm playing with some sort of a smooth clay. The texture really reminds me of a wet clay. I did 2 layers to get this kind of a intensity, and it is looking actually pretty good. Purple is looking absolutely beautiful against the orange eyeshadow on the eyelids. Apart from the cake liner and the eyeshadows, whenever I'm spraying a little bit of rose water or water on this particular cake liner, I'm really scared that I might spoil these other eyeshadows because they are quite closely packed to each other. Few droplets did go on top of these eyeshadows, so I just took a tissue paper really quickly and just dabbed onto those droplets, and thankfully they are not damaged at all. I'll quickly do the other eye as well and get back to you. So that's the eyeshadow and eyeliner done on this side of my eyes, and I'm not sure if you can see on camera or not, but there is a little bit of fallout with the shimmer eyeshadow on the under eye area, so I'm gonna quickly wipe that off. So Huda Beauty have launched a really cool primer, which is the water jelly primer. I've got this in a mini variant, and that's how the packaging looks like. It's a clear bottle with a white cap, and inside you can see the primer, which is actually colorless. It also looks like it has droplets of water inside it. Applicator is something very unique. I've not seen this kind of an applicator in any other makeup product, to be honest. So it's like this silicone doe foot applicator. So this is what picks up the product and you can apply it on your face. So I've taken a little bit of the primer and put it on the cheek, and as soon as I touch the applicator on the skin, it feels like I'm putting ice on my skin. It's very cooling. A little bit on the chin, on the nose, and on my forehead. It literally looks like water on the skin. I'm just gonna pat it in using my fingertips. And the primer feels really hydrating, almost like a gel moisturizer on the skin. So I think if you have a drier skin type, you would really enjoy this. I'm also gonna put a little bit on the under eyes because it feels really nice on the under eyes as well, and it's gonna prep the under eye skin really well for the concealer. It is extremely lightweight on the skin and literally feels like water when you touch it, but it also has some sort of a tackiness to it. It's not sticky. It's just a little bit of tackiness. Can you see that? Which is actually great because your foundation and concealer would stick properly on top of this primer. So the primer is all on, and as you can see, this has left a little bit of sheen on the skin. It almost gives my skin that glass-like glow immediately. Alright, next comes a very exciting and hyped up product from Huda Beauty, which is their FAUX Filter concealers. I got this in 2 different shades. One is very close to my skin tone, in fact a little bit warmer to my skin tone, so I'm gonna use this concealer as a concealer. I'm going to use this shade to conceal all of my pigmentation, and the other one is a slightly lighter shade which I'm going to use to highlight my skin. So first of all, the packaging of the FAUX Filter concealer looks exactly like their foundation. So here is the FAUX Filter foundation packaging, and here is the concealer. As you can see, the concealer looks literally like a baby of the foundation bottle. It feels like a frosted acrylic kind of a bottle with a matte black cap. And the concealer has a beautiful and quite a big size doe foot applicator. The doe foot applicator is slightly a different one because it's got that bend right on the top. So can you see that? It's a little bit curvy on the top. Love the packaging, super chic and classy. The FAUX Filter concealer is available in 29 shades on the Nykaa website, which is amazing and vast variety of shade range. So the shade that I first picked up is the shade called Peanut Butter, and the number is 6.7. I already have the same shade in their Overachiever concealer. That is also an amazing concealer from Huda Beauty. That concealer is more matte and high in coverage, and this one is more of a skin-like and dewy kind of a finish, a little bit of a lighter coverage. These kind of natural finish makeup products are all in trend right now, so I was very intrigued to try this one. So I'm gonna take the shade Peanut Butter and try to sort of color correct and conceal all of my hyperpigmentation in one step. The same shade in the Overachiever concealer is kind of slightly lighter than my skin tone, but this one is slightly warmer. So that's why I'm going to use this to sort of conceal all of the darkness on my face. The doe foot applies the product very nicely and smoothly on the skin and a little bit around the mouth area, which is my main concern because I have a lot of pigmentation here. Let's try a brush for one side and a beauty blender on the other side. So I'm going to use the brush on this side and start blending the concealer, and it is blending out so beautifully. Also, there are some big claims for this particular concealer that it is completely crease proof and super long lasting. This concealer really reminds me of the Smashbox Studio Skin concealer that is also quite lightweight in texture but has a lot of coverage. This concealer is also looking absolutely natural on the skin, and yet it has pretty decent coverage. So that's the concealer blended out using a brush. It looks absolutely beautiful and flawless. It looks like skin, but at the same time it has a lot of coverage, and so far it has not creased on my under eyes or on my smile lines. I'm also giving a lot of movement around the mouth area, and still the concealer hasn't creased anywhere. On this side, I'm going to use my beauty blender to blend the concealer. The beauty blender is also blending the concealer really well. In fact, the beauty blender blends the concealer a little bit faster than the brush, but saying that, this side has more coverage than the beauty blender side. Beauty blender has kind of soaked in a lot of the concealer and it's not giving this much of coverage on this side. So I'm slightly gonna build up the coverage on the other side. So that's how the concealer looks like. It has a beautiful natural skin-like effect. With the water jelly primer underneath, my base is looking really glowy right now. So here is the close-up of the concealer. Shade Peanut Butter is such a good match on me. I can use it as a foundation on my entire face, to be very honest. And as you can see, the concealer has increased a bit on my smile lines or on my under eyes, which is a really big thumbs up. There is another product I've been meaning to try and test out with you guys online, which is the FAUX Filter Stick Foundation, and I've got this in the shade Gingerbread. I think it is still a fairly new launch in India, so I thought why not share my thoughts about this particular foundation in this video itself, since I'm trying a lot of Huda Beauty makeup products. The shade Gingerbread is a perfect match on my skin tone. Same shade in the liquid foundation is slightly lighter to my skin tone, but the stick foundation matches me so well. I'm not going to apply too much of the foundation, just a little, because we've already got a lot of coverage with the concealer already. So I'm just swiping the foundation a little bit, and it's going on pretty smoothly and creamy on the skin. And take my foundation brush and blend it out. Even though this is a stick foundation, it is blending so beautifully on the skin, and also this one has a lot more natural coverage than the liquid foundation. Liquid foundation is straight up extremely full coverage. It looks super cakey if you go a little overboard. It's a nice thing about this stick foundation because it's still looking a lot more natural. So that is the foundation on, and it looks absolutely smooth, flawless, has coverage, but at the same time looks very much more natural when compared to their FAUX Filter liquid foundation, which I'm really liking because I rarely reach out to the liquid foundation from Huda Beauty, only because it has a lot of coverage and look like you're wearing a lot of makeup on your face in person. On camera it looks amazing, no doubt, but in person I rarely reach out for the Huda Beauty foundation. So I'm really enjoying the stick foundation from Huda Beauty as it is a lot more natural, looks beautiful on the skin, and has the right amount of coverage that I like. Here is the close-up of the skin. Now to highlight, I've got a lighter shade. This is the shade Toasted Almond and the number is 5.3G. So I'm going to apply this on the under eyes, on the inner corner and the outer corner, a little bit on the forehead, on the nose and my chin. To blend it out, I'm going to use a concealer brush. Shade Toasted Almond is such a great highlighting shade for my skin tone. It has just brightened up my under eyes so beautifully, and also the center of the face as well. I absolutely love brightening up my under eyes, especially whenever I'm doing such kind of bolder eye makeup looks. And also the concealer or the foundation have not creased on the under eye creases or around the mouth area, which is 100% bound to happen with any other foundation or concealer. So I'm really impressed so far because It's been at least 10 minutes since I have this creamy base on, and as you can see, it's looking pretty glowy, but it is quite crease proof and creaseless. And I also have an extremely oily skin type, so this is phenomenal results so far. So I'll quickly powder my face and get back to you guys to do the lower lash line eyeshadow work. So I've set my base using the Easy Bake powder from Huda Beauty in the shade Kunafa. Now let's finish up the eye makeup. I'm picking up this deep, sort of like a smoky brinjal purple, and apply that really close to the lower lash line. Blend out the edges of the dark purple. I'm gonna pick up this pastel lavender color. Again, this is a matte finish, and just smoke out my lower lash line. Now that the eyeshadow work is complete, I've got a beautiful pair of eyelashes from Huda Beauty. This is called their hoodie style, and the number is 23, and that's how they look like. They are so dramatic, so lengthy, and so voluminous. I don't have any other high-end eyelashes that look like this. I really wanted to pick this up. It's very hard to put eyelashes on camera, so I'll put them off camera and get back to you guys. So these are the lashes on, and as you can see, it is extremely curvy and lifted, and it is almost touching my eyebrows. It is that lengthy. Not the best style of eyelashes for this look because it is completely hiding my beautiful colorful purple eyeliner. Probably this could be a nice eyelash style to wear it with a lot of deep dark smoky eyes. But anyway, I really wanted to try these out, and they look pretty good, but not the best with this eye makeup look. So I got a little bit of powder products from Huda Beauty as well, which I have not really shared my thoughts about on these products on my channel. So I thought, why not include them again in this video. The first product that I have is the Glow Wish by Huda Beauty Compact Pressed Powder. So this is basically called their Luminous Pressed Powder, and the shade that I have is called 08 Tan, and this is how the shade looks like. It's a pretty close match to my skin tone. I honestly love Glow Wish products by Huda Beauty. They are very youthful. They have a lot of dewy, skin-like natural finish makeup look that is very much sought after in today's world. So anyway, coming back to the powder, this powder is a lot more glowy. It's not like your regular compact powder. So this powder is a buttery smooth compact powder. I don't have something like this in my collection. It's a very unique kind of a powder, but this powder has a lot of tiny, really micro shimmer particles in here, which doesn't actually look that flattering on my textured skin because I do have a lot of open pores, a lot of texture on my skin. This doesn't work as a regular compact powder all over the face. But saying that, I love to use this powder just on the high planes of my cheeks as a very natural and subtle highlight on the skin, and also the shade Tan is a very close match to my skin tone, so it adds the softest and beautiful dewy finish on the skin. I also have an extremely oily skin, so I don't like to go overboard with a highlight on a regular day-to-day basis. So I would just dust this powder on the cheeks and it would add the right amount of highlight. This one also has a little bit of coverage to it, but the only thing is that it's a little bit on the shimmery side. I'm just gonna take that on my powder brush and just put it on the high planes of my cheeks. And do you see that glow? This side without the Glow Wish Luminous powder, and this is the side with the powder. You would definitely see a subtle sheen on my skin. I definitely cannot use this all over my face, otherwise I would literally look like a tin man, which I absolutely do not want. And a little bit to highlight on this side. I feel like you can only go for this if you have extremely flawless, poreless and textureless skin. Otherwise, this is gonna emphasize all the texture and you're gonna look way too oily. Especially for my oily skin girls out there, stay away from this product if you don't want to look more oily. Since I got this product, this is the way that I like to use it on my skin, where I get a subtle dewy finish on my skin without looking extremely oily or tin-like finish. Next, I've got the Glow Wish bronzer and the Glow Wish blusher. So I'm gonna show these two products in a single step itself because I feel like these two are just same products but with different shades and everything. Finish, the texture, everything about these two products are exactly the same except for the shade. I've also used both of them earlier on my tutorials as well. And by the way, both of these are mini makeup products. I got them from the Sephora India website. By the way, I love the packaging of all the glowish products from Huda Beauty. So let's put the bronzer first. So I got this in the shade 04 Deep Tan, and this is called their Soft Radiance Bronzing Powder. As you can see, it's got this beautiful marble pattern going on. It's got a chocolatey brown color as well as a flesh tone pink color. So I'm just gonna swirl my brush into the bronzer and just put it on the perimeters of my face and the hollows of my cheekbone. And it's a beautiful, soft, extremely finely milled, glowy bronzer again. The color Deep Tan is also a beautiful color on my skin tone to bronze it up. When compared to the glowish compact powder, the bronzer has less visible shimmery particles in it. It just had a very slight sheen to it, and it looks absolutely ethereal and beautiful and glowy on the skin. Coming to the glowish blusher, it looks exactly same as the bronzer. It has the same marble pattern, and this one is in the shade called Berry Juicy. The number is 03, and it is called their Cheeky Vegan Blush Powder, and it's a beautiful deep berry kind of a color, just like the name suggests. So I'm just gonna load it up on my brush and put that on the apples of my cheeks. Like I said earlier, the finish and the formula of the blusher from Glowish is exactly as same as their bronzer. So it's this beautiful color on my cheeks with a little wash of glow. Again, this doesn't have any visible shimmer particles like the compact powder. It is very subdued. Alright, now coming to the final step, which is the lipstick application, for which I've got their liquid matte liquid lipstick. This is their whole revamped liquid lipstick collection. The older shades that were available in the same liquid lipstick are almost all sold out and gone. I cannot find them anymore on Nykaa. Not really sure if it is gonna come back or not, but this is what is available right now with the whole revamping. And the shades also are a little bit more different. Absolute favorite shade from the previous collection was the shade called Spice Girl, which is a beautiful cool toned smoky brown color, especially for dusky skin tones. That particular shade is no more available in this range, and that is when I found this beautiful shade called First Class, which is a deep almost like a toned down berry color. So let's see how this is. Otherwise, the packaging and everything is pretty much the same. It goes on really smooth on the lips and has a lot of pigmentation, as you can see. It has a beautiful vanilla fragrance to it. It just glides on the lips like butter. So that's how the shade First Class looks like. It's a beautiful brown berry color again. Reminds me a lot of Spice Girl, but a lot more deeper, because Spice Girl was a little bit of a nude smoky brown color. This one is definitely more deeper and darker than Spice Girl. Pigmentation is amazing. I feel like this one has a lot more impact and intensity to it when compared to the previous liquid lipstick from Huda Beauty. They were also nicely pigmented, but this just has a single swipe pigmentation to it. It feels extremely lightweight and comfortable on the lips, just like their older liquid lipstick. Although this color is not the best color to go with the eye makeup, this is what I picked in this haul, so I'm just gonna roll with it. Now to finally lock the entire makeup in place, I'm using the infamous Huda Beauty setting spray. This is their Resting Boss setting spray. I think this one comes in a dewy variant now, but I've got the original version with me, so I'm just gonna use it. This one is extremely matte. If you have drier or normal skin type, even don't even think of buying this, because this just sucks the moisture out of your skin. And also, if you spray too much of this setting spray, it can kind of lift your makeup, so just use a little bit. This one is extremely strong in fragrance, you guys. It's intense. Also, I totally forgot to mention that these concealers and the newer foundation that are coming up on Huda Beauty are all fragrance free. Even the primer is completely free of any fragrance. That was me trying on a whole bunch of new launches from Huda Beauty. It is almost like a full face of Huda Beauty right here. Coming back to the products, I love the Color Block eyeshadow palette. They are extremely pigmented. The eyeshadow palette was beautiful on the eyes. It blends so beautifully, the mattes, the shimmer, everything. The shimmer is also quite popping, and the cake eyeliner is such a beautiful eyeliner. It is not cracking or feeling dry or pulling my skin on the eyelids. It Feels quite comfortable and very vibrant on the eyes as well. Love the packaging too, it's so beautiful. Then the eyelashes in the style hoodie. They are beautiful and super comfortable eyelashes, even though they are extremely dramatic and super lengthy and curly and all of that. Not the best kind of eyelashes to go with this particular eye makeup look, but it is still a good dramatic set of eyelashes. I would definitely try them with some other deeper and smokier looks for sure. Then comes the new water jelly primer. I am absolutely loving this primer. I definitely had my second thoughts while picking up this primer because this is more of a hydrating primer and I do not want more hydration on my extremely oily skin type. But to my surprise, I took this on a recent trip to haircut and this was so beautiful. It just held my entire makeup in place and nothing budged or moved or creased anywhere. It's a hydrating primer. It just grips all of your makeup in place along with the skin, so it is such a good primer to use if you want your makeup to last for really long. I would absolutely definitely repurchase the primer if at all I go through this entire bottle. And of course, not to mention, if you have a drier skin type, you're gonna love it. Next comes our Faux Filter concealer. Absolutely adore the packaging and the formula is so incredibly beautiful. It's got coverage, but it is also very thin on the skin, feels extremely lightweight, comfortable, and it has very minimal creasing. I would not say it is completely creaseless because I can see a little bit of creasing happening on my smile line. Saying that, this is not the worst kind of creasing. By this time, this particular area would have gone absolutely bad with any other product, but this is really minimal creasing on my smile line, which I'm honestly really happy about. And the plus point from Huda Beauty is that she has multiple shades to choose from, right from really light to really dark. There are so many different shades and I love the formula of these concealers. Then comes the Faux Filter Stick Foundation. This is also a beautiful foundation, has a lot of coverage, but again feels super thin on the skin and more natural when compared to their liquid foundation. Again, I thought that this won't suit my oily skin that well, but it really proved me wrong. It's a very beautiful foundation with coverage as well as looks more natural on the skin. Kind of also has a little bit of blurring property to it, so it just fills in all of those pores and just makes the skin look more smooth and even. And not to mention, this also comes in a variety of shades, right from really fair to really dark skin tones, which is amazing. Talking about the Glowish Luminous Pressed Powder, it would be a nice blush topper or a cheek product topper, but definitely not a compact powder for me. Probably this is the only kind of disappointing product in the whole haul that I'm showing you in today's video. But saying that, it's not a bad product either. They could have named it something else for some other purpose, but this definitely is not a great compact powder, especially for most skin types and skin texture. Generally, we all have skin texture. This powder has a lot of shimmery particles in it, so it's just gonna enhance all of that. The blusher and bronzer, on the other hand, are amazing cheek products. Super smooth and subtle glowy products. Even though I have an oily skin type, I love these products on my skin. They look very natural, very soft and smooth on the skin. No patchiness whatsoever. Compared to the powder, they have lesser shimmer particles in them. Really beautiful products from Glowish. The liquid lipstick is also such a winner. As you can see, it has a lot of pigmentation. In just a single swipe, you get so much of intensity and opacity out of the liquid lipstick. The color first class is also such a beautiful deep smoky brown color for dusky skin tone. Not only that, this is not settling on the fine lines on the lips. It just gives my lips a beautiful smooth filter all over. It's not going on the cracks of the lips. Love the liquid lipstick. I also got a lot of freebies in this makeup haul with all of these Huda Beauty makeup purchases. So I got the full size Legit Lashes mascara, the water jelly primer sample, a sample-sized Wishful Yo Glow scrubber. I'm a huge fan of this scrubber, it's amazing. And also I got this tiny little bullet lipstick as a freebie. So this is their matte lipstick in the shade Girls Trip. So this is like a really pale, sort of like a lavenderish pink color. I don't think this would flatter on my skin tone. I would probably donate it or include in a giveaway. Talking about the giveaway, our channel has reached 1 lakh subscribers very recently, and I thank you guys for watching and supporting my channel. It's been a long yet a very special journey for me. As a gratitude for you guys, I'll definitely be conducting a huge giveaway for you all. So stay tuned for that. It's gonna come up real soon. And keep showing your love and support on my channel by clicking the subscribe button. It would mean the absolute world to me. I hope you guys are liking my content, or if you have any other suggestions or videos that you would like to see on my channel, please do leave them in the comment section below. I would happily create one for you all. This is it for today's video. All the products that I mentioned in this video will be linked in the description box. I really hope that you guys found this video useful, helpful, and enjoyed watching it. If you did, make sure to give it a huge thumbs up, comment, and do not forget to subscribe to my channel for more such videos. Hit the bell notification to get notified each time I upload a new video on my channel. Follow me on my Instagram. I'll put the link in the description box. This is it. Take care of yourselves, and I shall see you guys soon in my next one. Bye!